All right, gang, still in section 1.2, and we're done talking about point plotting. Now we're going to talk about finding the zeros. Again, this is review stuff, so it's not going to be very detailed. You should remember how to find zeros from your experience in math prior to pre-calc. But it's an easy thing to do. You just need to remember that wherever the graph touches one of the axes, either x or y is 0. And so we're going to kind of work backwards. We're going to set x or y equal to 0 and then solve for the other variable. So to find the x-intercept, you plug 0 in for all the y's and you solve for x. To find the y-intercept, you set x equal to 0 and you solve for y. All right, so let's try an example. We have an equation here, y equals x to the third minus 4x. First thing I'm going to do is plug 0 in for x so that I can find the y-intercept. And that's really easy. Every term on the right-hand side of that equation has an x in it. So when I plug 0 in for it, all I get is 0. So we know that the y-intercept is at 0, 0. To find the x-intercept, a lot of times, well, it's not going to be as easy as the other way it was. In this particular case, we're going to have to factor. Oh man, I hate factoring. Quit your whining. I know, that's exactly what your face looks like right now. Quit your whining, it's easy. Well, we have two terms, both with an x, so I can factor out an x to start with. And you should recognize that x squared minus 4 factors to x plus 2, x minus 2. And now we have all our x-intercepts. 0, -2, and 2. So don't be a wimp about factoring. All right, now finding the intercepts is an easy way to find a few points on the graph, and it's a legitimate tactic. I told you that eventually I don't want you guys to be point plotting. That's essentially what we're doing, but finding intercepts is a good way of using point plotting. Most graphs have intercepts, not all of them. For example, you could have a parabola that opens up and it's already above the x-axis. But finding the intercepts is one of the first steps that we use for our streamlined approach to figuring out the graph of equations. That's it for this video. Adios.